Over the last few weeks, we've been doing a lot of cleaning,
prepping,
and saving for a cornerstone project that if we don't get done, we can't move in. Last video, we showed you most of the projects we got done in 2023. If we're gonna move into this place in 2024, we have a lot of projects that we gotta get done. And this is one of those projects.
She is going to be the heart of our home, I think, other than the kitchen table. So this is going to be the stove that heats our home and also cooks most of our food. It is a little bit larger than the stove we had at the previous cabin, and one of the most important features that I wanted with whatever cook stove that I chose to go with was the Flameview. And so this stove's name is actually the Flameview. And on this side, if you follow me, on this side over here, we have where the fire is going to be. So we'll be able to see the flame from the living room and the kitchen. Where it is now, it's not going to stay right here, but it's going to be pushed back probably about another 1.5 to 2 feet. And we're going to have the chimney going straight upstairs. But we'll be able to see, like I said, the flame from the kitchen and from the living room. Some of the features that I loved about our previous stove was it looked nice, obviously. It worked really, really well. The warming oven, which it's not screwed into place, so I'm not going to open it, but this warming oven I used all the time. And it's got a large cooking oven. It has the Flameview. It also has an automatic dampener, so we can set it to a certain temperature, and in the night, when it cools off a bit, it will actually open up the flue a little bit so that it will get the wood a little bit warmer and heat the house a little bit better. But another feature I love about it is this large drawer right here. And again, the large cooking stove. That's one of my favorites. But what other features am I missing?
The 2 cleaning.
Oh, yeah, it has 2 of these guys down here. This is another way to, like, a draft. To when you're starting a fire, you can open these, either open the doors or open these to let more oxygen in. But it also has 2 of the ash pans. And a moment I'm having right now, I remember when we moved into the cabin, I knew nothing about how these type of stoves operated. And I was doing a video, and I remember in that video I asked one of our neighbors, what are these called again? I can't remember. So I've grown a lot, but cooking on something like this is something I very much miss, and I can't wait. So this has to be installed because it's the only heat source we're gonna have. We may later on get some heat pumps as a secondary heating source, but for now, for us to move in, this is gonna be our only heat source, and I'm excited to use it again.
So the next step is we have to pour a foundation for this, a hearth. And we have to do that because we weren't professionals and this floor isn't precisely level. So we had a professional come out, he gave us a quote for installation on this. And now we gotta move this over here, about this far, and build the hearth here. So that I have a proper measurement, I'll frame out for the hearth, and we'll pour the hearth down here, and it'll be nice, perfectly level, so that when we put the stove and install the stove, it'll be right here. I'm really glad we had a professional come out, because now we know all the proper measurements, that it has to be away from combustibles, and it'll be wet certified, and we know exactly where we can put the stove.
We have to follow these guidelines, and the stove has to be this far away from combustibles in order for it to be wet certified. So from the wall, which I'm going to show you in a second, from the back wall it has to be at least 14 inches, but you can't have any combustibles. Where was it? I think it was this one. Oh, the oven door where you could see the fire. Nothing can be in front of it for 48 inches, so for 4 feet. But we're not obviously going to build a hearth that's 4 feet long in front of the door. So Combustibles has to be at least 4 feet out. But we have all the measurements and everything. We know that we need a 7-inch pipe. And then he went over this with us, and so we know what we need to do in order to have this all properly installed. So the wall for our living room is going to go from just in front of this floor jack or support beam all the way to the stairs. So we've left the underneath the stairs open, and basically a wall is going to be about right here all the way to where the steps are. But the most exciting thing that I can't wait for this wall is one of the things I wanted to incorporate into the home somehow, and that is a stone wall. So our close friend, Mr. Wally, who's been in videos before, he's gonna come out, and more importantly than trusting him with that wall, the fact that it's just another friend or family member that is helping with the home, and that means a lot to me. But the stone wall's gonna be here and also behind the stove, and I'm excited because I've always wanted a stone home. We got a log home, but we're gonna incorporate that look a little bit and hopefully have it look antique-y and stuff into our home.
Speaking of walls, this wall, this living room wall, is the last wall that we have to frame in on the main floor. Because, let me show you what I have framed in all of this. So,
You gotta tell them what everything is.
this is the bathroom wall, which comes all the way around into her office area and creating our dining room nook.
And what's this space gonna be right here?
This space in here,
Oh no, we do have one more wall.
all this little thing here,
Yeah.
I don't even know if it qualifies. This is going to be the laundry area. Doesn't need to be super huge, though it's much bigger than what we've had last house. So,
We had a bathtub.
right, we're going to have the laundry room in here. The bathroom area is going to be massive, so we're going to have the tub, the stand-up shower, hopefully, the toilet, and the double sink, as well as a nice view of the backyard.
I'm excited. Did I say I'm excited? I'm excited. The bathroom, laundry room, office, plant room, dining room, kitchen, living room. I need out of the trailer. I need out. This no sunlight thing is really getting to me.
I was amazed. I didn't think of this. Me being the history buff that I am. But she came up with the idea of bringing this ash can out to heat up the area.
It has warmed it up a bit, but it's more for when you are like too cold. That little heater we have over there is...
The reason I'm surprised I never thought of it is this is how they used to warm their beds.
Yeah.
They would take coals, stick it in a metal can, and stick it under your mattress, and it would warm your mattress,
Right.
thus heating your bed before you got in.
Yeah. And don't worry, it's not staying in here. It's just here while we're in here. But what was funny was I wasn't even thinking of coming up with an idea. I'm like, we walked by the trash can and I think I stubbed my foot on it. And I was like, why don't we just bring this out into the house? We'll put it in an area where we're not going to be so we don't trip over it and spill it. And so when we get cold, the whole bucket is cold and, just stand near it.
And it worked.
It's temporary. But we're going to bring this back inside.
Yes. All right.
So it's a couple days later and Mike and I are going back into the house to finish up some things. We got a shipment of supplies, the insulation, and some more wood so we can finish that last wall. It is much warmer out here today. The snow is almost gone. I'm going to say most of the snow is going to be gone this next week because we're supposed to hit temperatures that are like close to 60, I think. And it switches between 13 and 15 Celsius here. We'll see if that holds up.
I cleaned up a little bit and then measured this all out. Put these studs in between the two floor joists so that we can have something to screw the wall into when we build this. And then I put this in.
So this is going to be the back wall for the stove.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll build another wall here that butts up against this guy, and then that'll be the TV wall. This is the start of this wall, which will be behind the stove.
Cool. All right, well, we got a few things to do today. We got to move this stove. That should be fun. We got to build this wall and this wall here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. On both sides.
Hold on. That's as far up as I can go.
Do you want to go further?
I can't.
I can give you slack.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Inch by inch. We'll have to get on. Hold on. We need more this way. This strap has to go further. I don't want to hurt anything there. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, this is working.
Dragging it.
You okay?
Yeah, go. If you can pull. I'm okay still. Are you okay?
So far, so good.
Okay. How far over do we gotta get it?
There.
There, okay. I think you should pull on this side a little bit more. Right? It's not happening. We got
Okay, let go. We'll see. We'll do it a different way.
What do you mean? This is working.
Yeah, I know, but I'm pulling on you, and
No,
it's not.
fine. It doesn't hurt me.
Watch this.
No, let's just keep doing. Okay. Now let's do the arm thing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Ready?
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it out there. Oh, you can get some more. You could take more.
I know, but actually, if I.
Shorter? You like it shorter?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
One,
what
two.
I like.
Okay, one.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna help with lifting this side up more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know how this is more efficient than the other way.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Should be all we need, no? Yeah. Should be all we need. We did it! Stove will go about to here. Right? So now you need an 1/8 board cut in 2. That's about 4 feet.
Yeah.
So you need an 8-footer cut in 2. So the stove will go to here. There'll be that extra, and that also gives us the option to kind of move it over a little bit if we wanted. It was 21 to the center of the chimney, so now from the edge. So now the chimney will be about there. So it'll be a very
small.
But we wanted it, I don't even, because right where it is, be straight up. So it'll be a slight angle.
It's not, you're over to one too far.
Am I?
That's almost imperceptible. It is a little bit of a jag, but it's nothing.
But I remember thinking, because from here, if that's the front of the stove,
You were trying to push it back so you could have more room for your...
Yeah, because you can't have combustibles 4 feet from the stove front. So my island would have to be minimum, which I wouldn't want to put it 4 feet anyways, because think of it drying out, right? So, but a minimum by code, 4 feet. So minimum would be there. So that's plenty of room. So I think putting the stove right here is good.
Now, I'm going to put it up here. It will fit right over top of that thing and have plenty of room to be perfect. So we've framed out for the pour for the hearth because we have some self-leveling concrete. And this right here is so that we can kind of picture where the stove's gonna go. Just so that we're happy with everything. You know, doing a lot of planning before we pour. We've already done all the prep work, swept. We're going to mop or wash all this down so it's nice and clean. And then we'll pour tomorrow.
Like, I like the size of the hearth, but what if we put an angle on the corner to make like a hexagon at the front of the stove? What are you laughing at?
Nothing's ever easy with you. I get everything ready and done. I'm like, yeah, okay, we're about ready. And then you're like, hey, what if we just do an angle? What if we do this custom thing this here? Now I gotta worry if the angles are gonna be exact.
Well, maybe just on this one side even, because that's gonna be a walking area, right?
I'll just get like a 2x12 and cut an angle across it so you got your triangle there, and I'll double it up so it's exactly the same on the other side. The easiest way to do it.
Look at you, smarticles. But what do you think about that? Because the door, like I said, it's gonna open like this.
Yeah.
Right? And so if ash or embers or whatever fall out,
be like,
like that?
Like that far in. The reason being is just what you're saying. Like if ash and embers fall, you don't want it to be too far out, but this will make it look custom for sure. And then it'll also alleviate some of the toast
tripping,
damage.
yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Pardon?
That was horrible. Let's hope we did this right. Ready?
I don't even know how we're gonna fix this.
I'm so angry with life right now. I figured it out. I can tile, I can frame, I can build walls, I can build roofs, I can do all that stuff. I can plumb, I can run electric. Concrete can just go the way of the dodo. I don't care. Somebody else does it from now on. Concrete and me don't get along.